All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So today I've got a very interesting video for you guys that I think no other fitness YouTuber has really covered before. I like to bring you guys a lot of unique video ideas, and this is one that I'm pretty excited about because I really don't think anyone else has really talked about it much. So a lot of you guys may not know this, but Mark McGwire, the pro baseball player who was implicated in the steroid scandal, particularly in 2005 with the massive trial that started in 2005 that basically started the war on steroids, that a lot of you guys may be familiar with if you have seen Bigger, Stronger, Faster, the documentary about steroids done by Chris Bell. But Mark McGwire actually had a brother who was an NPC bodybuilder. He was also a gym owner, and he owns a gym called McGwire's Fitness. And he actually wrote a book about Mark McGwire's steroid use. And in that book, he apparently says that he basically gave Mark McGwire his entire steroid stack and basically lays out all the steroids that he claims that Mark took from 1994 to 1996. So basically in this video, I have Mark McGwire's entire alleged steroid stack according to his brother, the the amateur bodybuilder who basically gave Mark McGwire his entire protocol. So basically he wrote this book. Jay McGwire is the guy's name. So Jay McGwire is Mark McGwire's brother. So he wrote this book called Mark and Me, Mark McGwire and the Truth Behind Baseball's Worst Kept Secrets. So he's one of 5 brothers, so I don't think him and Mark were really that close, and apparently they haven't spoken since 2002, so I guess writing this book really drove a wedge in between their friendship and towards their relationship as brothers. So in that book, he claims that in 1994 was when he started to persuade Mark to actually take steroids, and the reason that he claimed Mark initially took steroids was because he suffered from so many injuries. His initial reason for taking them was really just to only, help him recover better and get past those injuries. But initially, Jay McGwire claims that Mark gained about 30 pounds within the first couple months of using this initial steroid stack. So here's the alleged steroid stack that Jay McGwire claims that Mark took from 1994 to 1996. Decadurabolin, human growth hormone, Dianabol, Winstrol, Primobolan, and towards the end of that 1994 to 1996 window, he also took androstenedione. So those are all the drugs that allegedly Mark stacked from 1994 to 1996, and I thought that was a very interesting thing that his brother covered, because I haven't really heard any other fitness YouTuber talk about that, Mark McGwire's steroid stack. So let's talk about some of Mark McGwire's measurements while he was on this steroid stack, according to Jay McGwire. So Jay McGwire alleges that he measured Mark McGwire's forearms to be 17.5 inches at their biggest. So for reference, Lee Priest's forearms only measured to be about 18 inches, but we gotta keep in mind that Lee Priest is very short and Mark McGwire is built at 6'5", so much taller and much bigger than Lee Priest in terms of body weight and height. So that can contribute to the forearm measurement. But Lee Priest is known for having some of the best arms in bodybuilding, and his forearms only measured in 18. So Mark McGwire measured at 17.5. His biceps at their biggest measured about 19 inches. His heaviest body weight was about 260 pounds, again at 6'5". So I guess that steroid stack was definitely working pretty well. Mark McGwire is also known for having 583 career home runs. So that is basically the video, guys. Just wanted to inform you guys about Mark McGwire's brother, Jay McGwire, who was in fact an NPC bodybuilder. I tried to find his competitive history, but it looks like he didn't win any important shows or compete in any important or big shows. He was just a pretty good bodybuilder, though. If you look at his physique, he had a pretty good looking physique for, an amateur bodybuilder. So Jay McGwire is allegedly the guy who gave Mark his entire steroid stack and basically the guy who encouraged him to start taking them, according to his book. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it a little bit interesting. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.